mati. Tapi malah mereka yang harus mati di game pertama.
Tapi jujur ya, ini mereka itu satu suara. Kenapa gue bilang satu suara? Lihat gak ketika Toy berada di kondisi yang gak baik tadi. Bakal coba di sama Mankins. 3 orang di sana udah standby.
3 orang udah benar-benar nutupin gitu loh.
Dan lihat ketika Toy dikejar sama Baloski, Avatar Guardian di cover. Toy-nya bebas, Toy-nya selamat. Malah sebaliknya kali ini, RRQ yang memiliki satu suara. Dan ini kalau RRQ terus begini, ini akan menjadi tim yang sangat berbahaya di MPL Indonesia.
Ya, karena mereka bermain using friend. Jatuhnya gini, Toy dikejar, EOG-nya tuh bukan buat lawan, tapi buat nge-cover Toy-nya. Jadi lingkaran itu, Toy akan main di situ aja.
Iya,
di lingkaran itu aja. Karena efek EOG-nya kan ngasih knock up. Toy-nya pasti selamat gitu loh.
Dan itu dia.
Siapapun itu di sana.
Itu bagus banget menurut aku. Dari mulai dia cover 3, Toy-nya nge-cover, Toy-nya bebas. Dan kita bisa melihat sendiri di mana para pasukan dari tim Geek kaderannya.
Damage yang banyak. Kayak di sini contohnya. Lihat Prince diving jauh banget. Tapi tugas Dairen pokoknya memastikan kalau Toy bisa nembak.
Doesn't go for like those Luke engages, but he doesn't need to. He knows he wants to play front to back for Toy. He wants to peel for Toy. Makins jumps in, he's right there. When team needs CC, he's right there. He's enjoying the show.
Yeah.
Then,
And he still gets out there.
yep.
Baloski looks for an
Telat.
opening again, and that should be
Iya,
Dairen.
tadi gua harusnya di
Protecting once
TikTok,
again.
cuman nggak bisa.
That's crazy.
Ya.
Because we saw him perform on the Phobias yesterday,
Yeah.
and it was really good. And now we see him on the Badang.
Look at this, right? Holding them down in the final fight.
teman-teman.
Chidera. If he didn't do that, I feel like Chidera would have gotten a chance to actually go for a triple kill there. They're all so low.
Halo teman-teman
If
yang
it wasn't
di
for the lockdown CC, I don't think they could have gotten the win here. Maybe it would have been prolonged a bit more.
I think that was a taunt from Idok. That was like, Chidera's like, oh man,
He made a couple
Kita
Y'all are
of
nonton
both
di satu lagi deh.
bro.
Sebentar ya teman-teman yang di IG ya, bentar ya.
GG,
ribet banget
GG
deh,
for
gua harusnya di
RRQ.
TikTok.
1-0.
Wanna know?
Per Q. What a team.
They're so clean. They're so clean. It's scary.
My goat.
So, their job's not done, like you keep mentioning, right? You like to say that. Their job is not over. There's still one more game.
Buka puasa bang. Iya nih, bentar lagi buka puasa nih. Teman-teman, gue sembari live ya, sembari konten ya teman-teman ya.
Akbyar, ulang dong.
Gak perlu.
Sembari konten nih.
Guys, review.
Walau yang lain terus berubah, kopi konsisten, kasih yang pasti murah. Bayar tagihan murah di aplikasi Gope. Gratis transfer 100 kali per bulan. Download aplikasi Gope baru, nggak pakai lama. Dompet andalan gamers banyak damage-nya.
Bentar teman-teman, gue sembari ngizin konten dulu nih. Bentar ya, bentar ya.
Baru makin seru. Pertama
Bentar ya.
di Indonesia,
Baru kita lanjut lagi nanti.
kopi susu rasa cookies. Always ready, warnai harimu. Good day groovy cookies. Nikmati sensasi asyik kopi cookiesnya.
Tak ada hari tanpa mabar. Main ngelek, kerap buat ku tak sabar. Gimana mau main sampai kelar? Ini waktunya ku bersinar. Okay, let's do it. Games main sandalanku, bikin mainku semakin hebat. Ping stabil main makin mulus, rankku fix naik terus. Tukar DG rings, diamond dan voucher game kau dapat. Cuma Games Max, makin no debat.
Games Max Booster, kini dapat DG Rings. Beli paketnya dan aktifkan boosternya di aplikasi Dunia Games.
Semua tim sekarang ngelakuin hal yang sama karena kita udah membuktikan ternyata rookie Indonesia itu bisa loh. Pemain muda ya semakin bagus buat persistensi MPL ini semakin maju lah.
Ada motivasi khusus kali ini, Loy?
GB yang akan bawa gue yang papan atas.
Cara muda di MPL Arena.
MPL Arena, mana suaranya?
Dan implosion. Oke. Skippy sudah dimiliki oleh seorang Toy, udah terlalu tinggi stakenya.
Resource player muda kita tuh lebih bagus-bagus daripada yang lama-lama. Dan yang lama-lama juga udah kebanyakan punya kesibukan yang lain kan.
Oke, Rin menunjukkan kelasnya dan
Di season ini yang gue lihat jadi banyak potensi muda baru, mental segala macam masih lebih kuat lah. Semakin banyak tim yang mempercayai pemain-pemain muda ya semakin bagus buat persistensi MPL ini semakin maju lah. Yang aku lihat dari Maybe emang kalkulasinya bagus, landing phase-nya juga jago, dan ya emang hitungannya tipikal go trainer zaman now sih hitungannya.
Anak dewa, kita berangkat menuju ke game yang kedua. Yang akan kasih B berhasil mendorong tapi Sorizonya menjadi korban pula, tapi Boy berhasil kali ini untuk mendapatkan dan kemenangan karena satu P dan juga Maybe tidak tersentuh sama sekali dan Pedia.
kalau bisa dinilai, kamu berapa dan Aaron di berapa?
Aku 10, Iron masih di bawah 9. Gue suka Hazel sebenarnya. Jungle mekaniknya jago, tapi bisa bikin decision itu sedikit banget. Gue lihatnya semua di Hazel.
Ready? Boy. Lihat dari belakang. Posisinya sangat baik. Mafia sendiri tanggung utama dan Hansel menutup double kill dan one last.
Lawannya juara season lalu loh, Hegel.
Ya nggak apa-apa, main aja. Aku kan juga jago soalnya. Toy, he also try out in Bigetron. He is a MPL caliber. He can play toe-to-toe against Seman. He knows how to farm. He knows how to use his farming, his position.
Keluarkan tidak ada bagian dari sakit banget. Toy mendadak berubah segalanya. Toy ada shotgun yang tercipta banget untuk kali ini.
Kalau dari Toy, kamu harus menghadapi Aaron loh.
Dia udah ngelawan dia sih gue, jadi biasa aja.
Si ini semakin kena pressure, semakin ganas. Kayak bocil-bocil pede gitu loh sama skillnya. Confidence-nya sangat tinggi sih menurut aku.
Coba untuk melakukan distraksi. Menuju ke arah belakang. Rini. Retribution from Rini. Langsung menang atas Serena. Menang perlawanan saja.
Si Rene ya, walaupun dia baru main, terus udah hilang biru, dia nggak yang kayak ngeblank, dia nggak yang kayak komisi aneh gimana, jadi kayak bagus lah dia.
Ada motivasi Karin Eloy.
GB yang papan bawah, gue yang papan atas. Dulu kan stigmanya pemain rookie itu mentalnya ciut, hero poolnya sedikit, dikit-dikit tebang panggung. Ternyata kayak, oh ternyata enggak loh. Semua tim sekarang ngelakuin hal yang sama karena kita udah membuktikan ternyata rookie Indonesia itu bisa lah.
Emang udah saatnya generasi baru sih kalau bisa dibilang ya. Apinya lebih besar lah buat Betin kalau mereka emang layak perform di MPL gitu.
Though your ancestor was the great serpent of the sea, your destiny lies elsewhere.
Your feeble human form shall never wield the great serpent's power.
Why can't I? The great serpent's power. Only weaklings live on land. Born with this awesome tail, but stuck in this plain body. That's me, the great serpent's heir, Kalea. Figures. These things are pretty handy after all. You messed with the wrong island.
Shall never wield the great serpent's power.
So this is the great serpent's? No. My power. Let me
Aku kan berdiri dan terus berlari, terus ke arah puncak tertinggi. Ku takkan berhenti, hanya sampai di sini. Kemenangan abadi menanti. You know we won't miss if we unite our focus. And if you haven't noticed, we all nyalakan apimu, hadapi semua tantangan, hadang semua serangan, jatuh bukan halangan, bakar semangatmu, janganlah engkau menyerah, kita akan buat sejarah. We all this, we won't miss, we all this, we won't miss. Saatnya beraksi, jalani ambisi. Aku kan menyawakan hari ini. You know we won't miss if we unite our focus. And if you haven't noticed, we all live. Nyalakan apimu, hadapi semua tantangan, hadang semua serangan, jatuh bukan halangan, bakar semangatmu, janganlah engkau menyerah, kita akan buat terus berlari, terus ke arah puncak tertinggi. Ku takkan berhenti, hanya sampai di sini. Kemenangan abadi menanti. You know we won't miss if we unite our focus. And if you haven't noticed, we all nyalakan apimu, hadapi semua tantangan.
Kembali lagi di MPL Arena pastinya bersama saya Alisa Natali. Selamat berbuka puasa pastinya bagi yang menjalankan ibadah puasa, dan di sini Alisa nggak sendiri.
I don't think they could have gotten the win here. Maybe it would have been prolonged a bit more.
Bentar guys, gue lagi bikin konten. Bentar aja.
That was like, there's like, oh.
First casualty alongside a boy. Now Gobs trying to provide the heel, trying to stand back for the team as Ring is rebel.
In the mid prio.
Mark steals for team. They run for that led to a kill, but they're still alive. It's only Sutsujin that from RQ, right? Even when they did. So casual stand back. Willing was somehow, but now it's only a boy. Who is left standing towards their space. No flicker AOJ. That's good. Who is left standing towards their space. No flicker AOJ. That's going to be a is left standing towards their space. No flicker AOJ. That's going to be a good on, and a boy will not be able to. No, now it's only a boy who is left standing towards their space. No flicker AOJ. That's going to be a good taunt, and a boy will not be able to defend. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kings of Kings, they strike first in this best of 3.
Impeccable decision making by RRQ in those final moments. And it was very unfortunate. Those structures being unavailable for Geek automatically allowed the minions to push in favor of RRQ. So Makids was kind of struggling in that moment. He had to choose, and that bought enough time for RRQ to roll back despite losing Sutsujin.
Wow. Extremely well played from everybody on RRQ, man. Every single member played their part. Sutsujin controlling neutral objectives, the peel from Edok, the engage from Dyron, the peel from Dyron. Toy, again, very rarely do we get to see Toy actually be the carry, because again, a lot of times RRQ just rely on their trio mid to win the games, but here you get to see how reliable Toy can be. Makids there getting outplayed by Rins, but in the end it was Rins who got slayed by Makids, but he bought enough time just going there and stopping Makids from jumping in to go from Toy. It's just incredible from every single one of them. But man, that was a well-fought battle by Geek fam. They really made it messy. They almost pulled off what Alter Ego did to RRQ, but it just shows how fast RRQ adapt. This was the strategy, very similar to how they were beaten up yesterday by Alter Ego Game 1. Just like that, they've adjusted to the hunt.
Very quick adjustments. And that's what we were anticipating, right? No matter what happens to RRQ, every time it seems like there's a hurdle for them, it's always very quick adaptations. But obviously, Geek Fam didn't play it in the same way Alter Ego did.
Yeah.
Alter Ego was just
brutal,
in your face, chaotic. Yeah, like that. Exactly like that.
An inch away?
An inch away.
A centimeter away in your face?
An inch is like 2-point-something centimeters, I think. Is it 2?
We don't use inches.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Don't use inches.
But it was really close.
Very close. A very brawly game though.
Yep.
Which I enjoy. But man, do you not think Geek Fam caught a little bit of you know, the tempo of RQ instead of playing their own game?
Yeah, I think so. I think in the bottom lane a couple of times, 0-3-2 Chidera should have never been the case. You've gotten such a big lead in the early game by shutting down Toy. That lead should have been constant. But unfortunately, it wasn't, right? Toy was able to bounce back. And I gotta be honest with you, this guy is ridiculous, man. This Dyron guy, all the way from his Rebellion days to then him having, you know, an inactive season a couple of times. So him being... I can't believe he was played, I mean, in MDL over Don, bro. Thank God he's here.
That was the Rebellion Dyron Khalid specialty, right?
Yeah, Rebellion Khalid.
So yeah. I think, right, they can be comfortable staying in first pick here and perhaps expect a change, though, from the side of RQ. Because honestly, that game, it was purely because of the in-game decisions of RQ that won them that game.
I agree. I think the drafts can stay the same for Geek Fam. It's just the execution needs to be way cleaner. It gotta be tighter, right? I think in the gold lane, Moskov, this is something we have seen before. Geek Fam going for the exact same draft on the exact same side against Onyx. Game 2 winning and then reverse sweeping Onyx. So technically, they can just adjust the execution here, go with the same draft again. But I don't think RQ will do the same.
Exactly.
They're not too keen in, you know, running it back.
Okay, and technically they also have a lot of things that they can utilize.
Yeah.
We haven't even seen Edok on the Franco yet. We haven't
Which was
seen under
banned.
his special heroes.
And the Tigreal, that was banned too.
Tigreal too. There's a lot of things that RQ are still holding in their pocket. Where's the pocket? There you go. This is the pocket.
But their pocket isn't there. Their pocket is right here.
Oh. What about inside pocket?
They don't have an... Oh, they have a jacket. That's true. That's true. Some of them wear jackets. Some of them don't.
More elusive, you know?
Huh? More elusive?
What is it, this obsession with the word elusive?
It's his favorite word, Gani.
Is it Arashi's word?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
So Gani likes whatever Arashi likes.
He doesn't like RQ. He's the only one who predicted Geek,
Hey,
by
I
the
thought,
way.
you know, Kingslayer.
Yeah, you went
No,
2-0
Skylar.
Geek.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So it's not even a 2-1, it was a 2-0 for Geek. And right now, Geek are on the blue side once again. A 25% win rate. Not the best.
Run it back.
But I guess they still do have a little bit more control on blue side, and maybe that's exactly what Coach Bluffsy and Dora DSP would like to utilize in their next game.
Okay. So, Geek Fam, do they go for the same drafts again? Again, I don't think RRQ will match the same draft.
Yeah.
Cute, you can see him. That ominous stare down. 100% win rate.
Still.
Cold, man. Cold. Cold Cute.
CK.
CK.
What else does Geek Fam have in their pocket, right? Because in their interviews, they keep repeating that this is a really good patch for us. This is a really good patch for Beloyski. We saw the Hanzo finally coming out. It didn't work out. We saw the Gwyn before from Beloyski too. Do you think we're going to be expecting some comfort picks or other unique picks from
I think
this
the
team?
chip.
But Chip's gone.
Exactly. I think that's why we haven't been able to see, you know, Geek Fam really shine here. Because again, in the interview yesterday, he did say the reason why he feels like this meta is his meta is because even if the chip gets banned, that means there's another hero that they can take.
That would be left open.
Yeah.
And for those of you guys who tuned in, maybe you missed the memo. Chip is currently globally banned because of a certain bug that interferes with the game, so the chip will not be able to be played today. So let's get into the drafting phase, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 presented by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series. And the adaptation starts here. Instead of the Joy ban from Geek, it is actually the Luo Yi.
Wow.
So the Luo Yi has been eliminated. But RRQ, they also respond with this Hanzo ban. So Harith is open, Suyo is open, Joy is open, and the Harith will be instantly picked up by Geek.
Seems like Geek fam, they will prioritize comfort here. RRQ though, they will not, they will not decline the Suyo opportunity. They will pick up the Suyo. Now though, will the Gatot Kacha pick come early?
I don't think they're gonna go for the Gatot just yet, especially with the CC still available. Also, I'm not too sure if they want to go Granger here. They can go Granger last pick against the Harith. Usually we would expect range, like Farsa, Eve. But do they want to just go Badang then? Flex the Badang? Alright, they go for the Gatot, so still have that Gatot flex. Not going to go for the Badang just yet. Now Geek, do they go for their Gob CC?
CC is up and available, but it wasn't in the keys to victory, Mirko. Don't give Gob CC.
Yeah.
Sure, situationally here, you would want that, but I don't mind him on the blue, honestly. Right? He performs well. Joy is still on the board as well.
Joy is still on the board. Joy hasn't been finding as much success, though. Make it. So what else is in his arsenal? Nothing. It's just Joy, Suyo, and Hanzo.
Yeah. They can also go for the Cho, I think, if they really want to, right? To utilize the mobility of the Cho to open it up again, but it is a different lineup already. Usually we see, okay, they still go Cho. I was about to say, usually we see Cho when we see a Moskov too, so you can just screen for the Moskov, but it's still the same here. It's gonna be Joy and Cho. There you go, for Geek Fam. Q. I wonder what they're gonna go for, right? They go for the Granger.
So they still go Granger despite the Harith pick. I wonder what's the idea. RQ now. Both of these teams have not picked up a mid lane. And there's still a flex into the EXP lane. So CC is still an available option for RQ to ban out unless they want to pick it up for themselves. Technically, the CC does well against the Gatot, just in case this Gatot does get flexed into the EXP lane. But it looks like the Hilda will be a priority ban for RQ for now.
Khalid is going to be a hot pick as well in the second phase, if not banned. I think it can be picked up by Geek or RQ. So Khalid, you mentioned CC.
Yeah. Khalid could work here. Thinking of another, maybe for, I was about to say Tigro could work here up against the Joy, but it's banned out by Geek Fam. So, I think with that, probably gonna see Gatot Kacha just go roam now. RRQ, if they ban out CC, that means they might want to go for another Badang pick, and I think the Badang really works here still against the Harith, against the Joy. You have a lot of lockdown, especially against the Joy later. Whenever he wants to walk up, just punch her in the face. Multiple times.
Will be let go. Franco ban in the first game.
They might actually target Igorok again, right? With the Tig and the Franco. It might come through. RQ though, will they limit the mid laner now?
Because the last time we saw RQ play when he was forced on the Kufra, the impact wasn't quite there for Edok. Sicilian banned out by RRQ.
Okay, so for RRQ, they didn't ban the CC. That may mean that they're not going to go for, you know, the Badang again. Still banned out, anyways, by Geek Fam.
So Franco.
Yeah, we can expect the Franco last pick. If they are going to pick up the Franco, I don't think they pick it up here. They go for CC, so no Franco. They end up still going for the CC in the end. Expecting Geek Fam to go for Hylos, I guess, because there's no other choice in the XP aside from these tanky guys, right? It's just Lucas, Hylos, Phobius, Glue. Everyone can really be stopped by that CC.
And I think what Miracle mentioned earlier on, so it's actually Geek that picks up the Farsa. Technically, RQ now for Rins can pick up something like the Valentina. If they want to take the Feather Airstrike, it's big problems that can be created for the Harith and even the Joy in certain occasions. And the Glue comes out.
Yeah, we expected the glue as well. And yeah, the Farsa here should be crucial, right? Because he controls the range. RQ, you mentioned the Valentina. I like that pick, and you know, feather airstrike steal, and if he's feeling a little bit freaky, he can go for the Way of Dragon steal. Yep.
And I think it's a Rin's type of play, right?
Yeah.
He's very aggressive. We saw him earlier on. He made a lot of flicker plays on the Valentina.
Exactly.
It should be the Valentina, right? They don't want to go Eve here.
Oh, it's a fair miss. Wow. Okay. Up against a single target. Yeah, against the glue and against the Cho. Really good for both, right? Oh man, against the glue, that's so good. Now you can't. Oh, I think RQ just got it. Oh,
Just on the Paramis pick alone.
wow.
But remember, we've been talking about mid-prio for RRQ with the Paramis in their lineup. Do they still hold that mid-prio with this composition?
I think they still have that prio. The Gato should be able to help the Faramis there as well. Suyo, prio. They have CC in the side lane. That will be a winning matchup against the glue too. Yeah, this is a trio mid win should be for RQ.
Dingin banget anjir posisi
nice and dicey, ladies and gentlemen, especially around that first neutral objective. You see,
guys,
RRQ continue their win streak here in MPL IDC.
Ntar lo liat konten gue ya. Oke, selamat datang guys. Tadi gue habis konten yang di IG dan di YT ya. Selamat datang teman-teman. Gue lagi bikin konten barusan ya. Sorry kalau misalnya gue agak delay ya. Oke, jadi gue
Rex Regum Kaon or Geek Fam.
Wow, I mean, on top of that,
yang di YT belum ada hadir. Yang di IG gue udah baca ya. Tenang aja teman-teman.
Geek Fam.
Yuk,
So,
gue bakal nemenin kalian
itemization wise, going to be great. Rins has gone for lethal ignition. Not
siap-siap
the
aja
usual
nih.
choice, Sutsujin. Yeah, we'll be able to
Siap-siap
retrieve
editan
that.
gue nih, gokil nih. Tap-tap share, like teman-teman. Gue bakal nemenin kalian stream di IG full sampai selesai sama di YT. Ya, jadi kalau kalian mau nonton langsung ke YT ya.
Nothing too crazy, tenacity plus that firmness, the inspire and tenacity from Rins too. So he goes for a more aggressive core emblem, but goes for a defensive sub emblem.
And for Beloyski, it's practically the same kind of gameplay with his choices as well. And that so far is exactly what he's been able to do. Roaming around the map, give vision, opening up information. Also being a little bit of a problem for Sutsujin, but he should still be able to work around that, still remain and have an intact farming pattern.
Alright, get the emblems again. I think this Inspire from CC is quite interesting.
It's done though.
We're cool now. Yeah, it's very interesting to see that Dyron has also gone for Purify, by the way. I'm really trying to digest the Inspire, the idea behind that Inspire, and the Purify from Dyron. I guess it's because of what we said earlier. Remember game 1, BTR versus Na'Vi, when they picked CC against the Cho? I was saying it's usually bad against the Cho because you just get kicked because you have to go Vengeance. But here, Dyron has gone for Purify, so that kind of solves the Cho problem.
Meanwhile, Edok already targeted here in the mid lane. I think they're looking for the proper setup for the neutral objective. We mentioned how this is going to pan out. Edok already in position, as well as Rins. Kind of isolate Gobs and a boy here. Sutsujin already on the turtle. Let's see who gets it.
RQ already the first ones in the area.
Di tap-tap, di share-share teman-teman, di like ya.
Here, but it seems like they want to fight. Sutsujin gets the turtles. Beloyski with the flicker, Jet Kundal finds the jungler. Now AUG trying to provide cover, and that does it. Geek Fam backs away.
Yeah, they didn't really want to overcommit onto that, even without the AOG from happening. Sutsujin was still A-okay. I don't think the damage is enough to penetrate him in this early portion of the game. Meanwhile, it seems like Beloyski's initial plan isn't really coming to fruition.
Oh, that's a steal. Now Rin's very low, and he will be taken down. Make it Drew first blood in the second game.
Well played. Saw that Edok walked over, and then he just went straight for the purple buff. Knows Edok used the taunt earlier. Sutsujin, no retry. Really good move by Maykids there, outplaying RRQ.
Meanwhile, Maykids is kind of low here. Sutsujin is in the vicinity.
Uh-oh, 3v1 now with the feather airstrike already spent as well, and Maykids will grab his second kill in this game.
That was a 3 versus 1 kind of situation. I don't think Sutsujin can get away with that. There's a lot of bursts coming in from Aboy, even in this early portion of the game as a Farsa. In terms of items, is there anything special that we're looking at that they're heading towards?
So far, not yet. I guess we could point out again that everybody is going for tough boots, knowing that there is going to be an abundance of magic damage from Geek Fam, only magic damage. Beloyski's the only guy who's going to be able to deal physical damage. So yeah, everybody's putting the emphasis on magic damage. Even Dyron going for another cloak on top of the tough boots. So yeah, you can definitely understand that idea of just building full magic def.
So far, he hasn't been participating too much. Once again, we're circling around in this mid lane. Beloyski's still looking for this opportunity, but it's not going to be as easy because like you mentioned, both Dyron and Vince are on Purify. Last time we saw a little bit more pressure onto Toy too by Geek Fam, but in this particular game, they've kind of let him alone. This 1v1.
2v1, trying to just get the purple buff, and they got it. Right, RRQ though. Now, what will they do? It seems like they're on the move on towards the turtle. Geek Fam, will they be able to respond this time?
No. Sutsujin is a level below, by the way.
Yeah. But I don't think they'll be able to contest again. Geek Fam have to respect that RRQ have better control over the neutral objective. That's why they've just gone for trades on the board. Cho was literally just sitting in the bottom river. They know it's very hard to do that. Taunt.
The taunt on towards Beloy though. Maze Kids looking for Rins. Feather Airstrike as well connects, but that's going to be the Nether Realm committed there. So that's info for Geek Fam.
Absolutely, but Beloyski's a little low, so that's a forced recall. A boy gets hurt just a little bit, not too much to force anything crazy. But oh, it's R7! MPL IDX streamer by Good Day. I don't think he notices that he's being presented onto the screen just yet. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are looking for a different perspective, you can check out R7's restream right now.
He looked so confused for a while. Oh, there you go. Finally reacts. Now he's surprised. Oh! Look at that Riz. Oh, what?
Oh!
What?
Damn!
How's he doing that?
I have no idea.
That's magic right there. Way of Dragon though connects onto Ito. AOG to save his own life. Wow, what a connection.
No casualties, which is great. Toy, meanwhile, goes for the Sky Piercer. So it looks like he's quite positive that he will win and will be able to make that kind of trade. This is how many buffs have been taken away from Sutsujin.
So far, 3. And yeah, for Toy Sky Piercer, it's not really a risky move for a Granger. This is just part of the core build. You always go for Sky Piercer, Hunter Strike into Sky Piercer. Man.
Whoa, Cops with the flicker as well. So aggressive, but the reinforcements is there.
Wow.
Dyron now looking for his own teammate. Nether Realm popped as well. Now, actually, Gauss is going to be isolated and will be taken down by Dyron. That's the first kill on the board for RRQ.
And you see, that's the brilliance of the Purify, man. Dyron opting to go for Purify. Got out of the Slam pass as he was mounted by the split of glue. Wait, the Dragon.
Oh, out towards one. Feather Airstrike from a boy. Wow. Not the best positioning with Bloy. Will fall first. Kids will not be able to escape that one. And RRQ, they claim the perfect turtle.
And 3 kills to boot. So a 1,500 gold lead now for the Kings of Kings as Chidera looks for a little bit of a trade here. That turret does go down in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, RRQ, Sutsujin, looking for a little bit of revenge. Finally gets a purple buff and a purple buff from Geek to boot. Dyron picks up a turret, so that trade from Chidera instantly traded back by RRQ. Quick thinking.
3-1 now in purple buff steals. Take that, Make Kids. Jin now with the War Axe as well. Core item completed with the Hunter Strike and the War Axe. Looking at the others, Toys building towards the BOD, and Chidera is comfortably getting to his item power spikes as well. Already sitting at, with the Feather of Heaven. But this is where it's becoming a problem. Dyron has built up Radiant Armor. Edok has built up Athena Shield. I wonder what's next for Dyron. It's probably going to be an Athena Shield.
Oh, Dyron now in trouble. It's only the CC though, but they have spent a lot of resources.
Wow.
Dyron will go down eventually. But take a look at the mid lane. Geek Fam's mid falls.
There's always
so
a trade.
Goes their ability to control on the map, especially for Beloyski. That is going to give him a little bit of a tougher time when it comes down to map control. Meanwhile, RRQ on their next mission here, putting some pressure onto Chidera in the bottom lane. Luckily, Makekids not standing idly by, gets a turret in the top lane too, so both of these teams are trying to trade into the macro, and RRQ still need to consider this as a way for Geek to come back into the game.
Yeah, wow. So looking at the items for Dyron again, he's not going to go for the Athena shield. I think he's building towards an Oracle, again, to enhance what he already has built in his kit. That sustain for CC, plus the Brave Smite, plus the Oracle and War Axe, so even more sustain against the magic damage and just pure damage of Geek Fam.
So what does Chidera do now? Does he go direct Divine Glaive?
He has to go Holy Crystal first. I think even if he goes Divine Glaive, he's going to be lacking damage to get through. So just go for the normal build. Holy Crystal and then Divine Glaive. It'll take a while longer, but at least once he gets it, it will be a surefire power spike.
I guess that's the case. A boy, though, goes for the Divine Glaive. So he can afford that item build. Hopefully it does help, because this next Lord will be telling how the rest of this game goes. So Tsujin level 13, Makekids is also at level 13, so there is technically a chance for them to go for a steal.
The thing is, RRQ have already done their homework, right? Slow push up top. It's a forced error now. They can just play the long game, constantly going back and forth, playing with a slow push up top, and then dealing with the wave in the mid and bot as they continue to just cycle the Lord. Geek Fam will try to go for the decisive play.
See here, pulling the trigger, doesn't really quite find the angle, and boy, in trouble! And he will fall with the Wings by Wings in hand. And that is him also. He spent his Purifying. Let's see here, 5v4, not in good shape for Geek Fam. RRQ though, looking for something. Makekids here will be taunted, and that's gonna be Makekids here, surviving actually. Chidera dealing damage, but will it be enough? Gobs trying to sandbag, and Chidera finds one, finds two. Chidera, he might find more as Edok Rins is on him finally. Good Purify on him, but that's gonna be Beloyski jumping in the fray. AOG finds one. Gobs is gone. Way up the dragon will not do anything as he will be taken down as well. Chidera repositioning. Aboye is in the area. Now with the feather and strike, Edok will not find someone. It's gonna be Dyron with the kill as well. RRQ, they are a menace.
Wings by Wings out, but in the end, that's gonna be a boy being able to escape. That was a very messy engage towards the start, right? Let's go for like a little bit of a replay there. Very, very transparent engage from Beloyski. RRQ was able to read that really well. At some point, it was an awkward position coming in from Toy, but they had a little bit more in their arsenal, right? Dyron now, though.
See here, 5v5, surely. RRQ, they have more than enough firepower here. Good mounts. On towards Dyron though. Makekids fail to find the connection for the steal there. And Gob surely will be taken down by Sutsujin. That's the Lord. And Gobs.
Well played again to RRQ. The fact that Geek Fam trying to make it chaotic in that skirmish. Having the Harith means that you can actually force out those battles, those brawls. And RRQ took it. They had another round. They were stuck there. Toy able to kite away, but not for long. Again, Chidera bouncing back and forth with the Chrono Dash, man. Just dealing so much damage as he got the Holy Crystal earlier. So that power spike is going to be coming in very quickly as well for Chidera, that Divine Glaive, as he got 2 kills, Sutsujin and Toy. But RRQ, even in the long battles, they were able to out-sustain and to outlast Geek Fam. In the end, it was RRQ with Dyron getting the dub again. Gobs mounted him, the Purify out to safety once more, and then a clean retry from Sutsujin. Now it's just about how they utilize the Lord. Beloy.
Dyron actually might be caught here. Good recovery though. With another round, Beloyski flickers out of danger. Edok with the help of Toy as well. That will secure Beloy. It falls again. RRQ now applying more pressure. Top lane Makekids has cleared that lane. Though, RRQ, they move on towards the bottom side of the map here. Geek Fam with just one card. Will they be able to find something? Not yet, though. That will be RRQ playing it slow. Perhaps applying pressure towards the mid lane. Feathered airstrike to relief off pressure. Dyron, though, immobilized here, is able to walk away.
They're going to be able to clear out the lane in the bottom side of the map. So all in all, despite them losing here and there, Geek Fam are still holding on to their main structures, and that's what's important, especially as we get to the next Lord fight. It seems like Gobs is opening up the map here. Rins is in the vicinity. Oh, look at Beloyski though. Is he going in for a cheeky play? I think it's a little too risky. He's alone, there's no backup. There's no Luo Yi, there's no chip. All right, he just goes back for more information perhaps.
And for RRQ again, it's just about that slow game once they have the lead. It's template when we get to this portion of the game for RRQ. They find themselves in this situation almost every single game, winning out the early and then having this lead so that they can just freeze. And Geek Fam, they can't walk up. They really can't. If they walk up, they're going to get punished. There's so many angles of attack because look at RRQ's tempo on the map. They can constantly just use this map pressure to walk in the enemy jungle. So at least Divine Glaive is done for Chidera, right? So that's the power spike that we were waiting for Chidera. Now he's going to be doing even more damage, and he'll be able to threaten some of the front lines from RRQ. But with that Divine Glaive, Dyren and Redok have also built themselves quite an amazing 2-3 items of magic defense. Oracle, Radiant, building to Athena now, Dyren. Athena, Radiant already done for Edok, and I believe he's on the way to a Queen's Wings. So damage reduction on top of the magic def that he has. Rose Gold, obviously, also for Sutsujin and for Toy. They have so much magic defense.
But if played well, the core members on the side of RRQ can still be taken down. So if Geek Fam can replicate that chaos like they were able to in the previous team fight, then it's still going to be a problem for Toy as well as Rins.
The taunt on towards Beloy. Flickers out of the way. Rins very low. Edok though. Still sandbagging here. Immobilize AOG. Defensively, Beloyski Way of Dragon doesn't really find the right connection. Netherrealm will save its life. Beloyski will fall alongside Edok. Dobbs now being the main priority, and Dyren finds it. 2 for 1 in favor of RRQ.
Okay. I don't know. Does RRQ want to continue this? Oh, Chidera keeps going in!
Miscalculation there by Rins. Chidera now going ham in the mid lane. Dyren now, being the main sandbag, is able to sidestep it. Kids looking for another angle here. Good recovery from the Geeks.
I don't think they were expecting that, right? 2 members down from the side of Geek. They definitely didn't expect Chidera to go dive in headfirst under turret to take him down. Luckily, though, Rins is back in the fray, and it's still a man advantage in favor of RRQ.
Yeah, Rins is the only guy who can't do that, to walk up against the Herald. He doesn't have the magic defense that the others have. He only has a Blood Wings and a Tough Boots, so Rins is the only guy that should not be doing that. To be fair, Toy probably shouldn't be doing that as well, but at least he has Rose Gold. It should be Edok and Dyren. Chidera.
Let's see here. AOG on towards the Lord's Pit. Sutsujin joins the fray. Rins falls first alongside Edok. 3 members now, only left standing for the Kings of Kings as Geek. They will take over the Lord's Pit.
Again, RRQ tried to force that, man. They took control. They wanted to take control back against Geek Fam. Geek Fam a bit too clean with it. Beloyski, Jikundo. Ooh, wow. Geek Fam, the pace set by Chidera. Once we saw that Divine Glaive, he started threatening the frontliners. But man, was that quick. Like, he dealt with Edok so quick. Rins was forced to come in to try to save Edok with the Netherrealm, but he got bursted instead. They have to play in cycles here. Once the Zaman Force is used up, that's a green light to actually stop, move back. Once the Zaman Force window is elapsed, then they try to re-engage. But if they fight the Zaman Force, they're not going to win.
No, we saw that happening. Speaking of burst, right? Feather Airstrike also doing work alongside with Chidera. Really good cover as well by a boy on the far side. You can see it's one of his top 5 most picked heroes, as that game fun fact came in by GoPay earlier on. There it is, the Feather Airstrike opened up already. Zoning him out. Chidera gonna be able to deal some damage onto the turret.
Yep, base turret top lane will fall. Lord now being the main priority. Sutsujin though, relatively low. Base turret in the bottom side here, very weak. Almost taken care of here. Oh, the minions will do its job. 2 base turrets here taken down.
And they're on the side lanes. So this is the result that you'd expect Geek to be in just a few minutes ago, and yet it's Geek that have taken these side lanes. So when it comes down to control over the Lord, which will spawn in under 80 seconds, that's something that they have in the bag over RQ now. A lot more homework for them to deal with.
Chidera the hyper carry. You want to know how much damage he's done?
How much?
No. 87,408 damage dealt so far. That's only going to climb up. Compare it to Toy. Toy has only done 51,000. Wow. Tyron is actually leading in damage dealt for RRQ with 63,000. So, yeah, the fact that Chidera has now gone to Bloodwigs too means he's going to be harder to kill with the Purify. With the Zaman Force, he's already kind of impossible to kill for RRQ. They really need to bait the Zaman Force. It's way easier said than done, by the way, but that's how they can win. Because if they fight in the Zaman Force, it's GG.
That's a win condition that needs to be met. And it's surprising because even from the drafts, I guess the one-dimensional source of damage is not necessarily a problem here. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, it's because once Joy and Harith makes it to late game with the Divine Glaive, even if you have a lot of magic defense, it's only going to prolong the inevitable. You deal so much damage, especially because for Joy, at least, okay, Joy comes in, one cycle of skills, you get through that, you're done with Joy, right? But the Harith, it never stops. When you're in Zaman Force, that damage never stops. So it's constant burst, 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 burst. It's like DPS burst. And Chidera has sold his boots for Oracle. I was thinking, why Oracle? There's no magic, only Fairness on the other side, but it's to make his shielding, his healing even bigger. So whenever he dashes with the Chrono Dash, look at the shield.
RQ though, seems like they're poking here. Oh, you know, very low. Winner crown here, perhaps to buy time for his team. NetherRealm is there, and he is A-OK. Gobs though, now half HP. Trying to reposition RQ though. They are trying to pull Gobs to his death, and Toy takes the kill. 5v4 with the Lord up.
That's what you were talking about, right? Wait for the...
Sorry teman-teman, gue sembari ngedit teman-teman. Warning. Kalau RRQ menang, lihat nih meme gue nih lucu nih. Dong menang dong. Yang meme gue kepake nih.
Mortality's popping left and right.
Boy.
Chidera is saved. A boy shuts Tyron down, but Chidera, good Duke. No mortality, feather edge strike. Chidera shuts him down. Setsujin now being alone. 2v1. Very low as well. Can Setsujin escape? But boy denies it. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's just Rin standing their way as the minions actually done most of his work.
Ya, nggak kuat.
Will Rin's be able to escape this? A boy is in the area. We might get a game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no way he can defend. It's game number 3 for Geek as they have forced RRQ into yet another game loss.
Wah, lucu kalahnya, Cuk.
We all deserve a game 3 after what Geek fam did in game 1.
Chidera,
brother.
Oh my goodness. Chidera on the Harith yesterday. He got what, double-digit kills. Now he does it almost again, 9-1-3, but it's not about his kills, it's about how much damage he dealt. It's about his positioning. It's about how clean he is on the Harith. Oh my lord, in the late game, Geek fam really just said, yo, we got Chidera. You got 5 players. You got all that lead that you've built up from the start of the game. We got Chidera. You see on your screen right here. Wow, just phenomenal stuff from Chidera. RQ already did what we were talking about, right? Bait out the Zaman Force, fight after that, but then they collapsed again. Hey, this is the thing about the Harith. The ultimate is so low. The cooldown in the late game of that ultimate is ridiculously low. He can constantly use the ult. So here, once he uses the ult, there's a very small window for you to punish. If you don't punish by then, you do not all in again after 10 seconds because the Zaman Force is back up. This is why we see Harith banned so many times, because if you get it to late game, it's a better Natan. It's a Natan that can dive in. It's a Natan with built-in shield sustain. It's a Natan that it's Chidera.
It's Chidera. That's the best way to describe that game. We saw him on the Harith, on his debut Harith of MPLID Season 15 yesterday. He pulls it out again today. Now there's a reason why the Harith is constantly banned away from Geek, and You guys see it in the flesh.
That's
So
why they first
crazy.
picked it as well. Crucial moment though. Minute 20.
Wow.
The crucial moment is,
The juke.
again, when RRQ decided, look, they can't dive. Again, you should never dive a Harith in the late game unless you have just an overload amount of CC. But in this case, they don't, right? It's a CC, but it's not crowd control. It's the hero up top. Not a lot of CC there. Suyo, very low. Skill. The surge in the late game, it's not that long of a duration. Edok is the only guy with a reliable CC, and once he uses it, there's a Purify. If you don't have the layered CC to go up against Harith, you should never dive the Harith.
That's why, ladies and gentlemen, Chakdera, player of the game, 91338, 135,907 damage.
Chadera.
He's double the Farsa? Almost double the Farsa.
And the Farsa's on his team.
Wow.
So yeah, a boy, it didn't really look like he was doing much in the game, but it was just the damage he was doing as a shadow carry. He dealt 76,000. He dealt more damage than any of the RRQ members. His top two damage dealers, Chadera and a boy. Both magic damage against Athena, Oracle, Radiant of RRQ still didn't matter because we got to the late game. And I gotta give props for Chadera, man. We were talking about itemization earlier today for Eman. I gotta say that Oracle last buy, selling the boost for
lama
Oracle,
guys.
like,
Masih
wait.
bingung gua RRQ gara-gara
The shielding,
perangnya miss apa gimana
you saw
ya.
it.
Gua
He
belum.
just never, he was
Gua
never,
main
I mean, he
edit
was
tadi,
low in the end, but by
teman-teman.
the time he was low, everybody else was dead. So it made sense. It's so good. He's so good on this Harith, man. He should really consider going pro.
Wow.
Coba bantu bahas teman-teman.
Look at the shielding. I mean, this guy did not lose HP against 4 members.
Takes Tyron out.
And in the end, when
Kontennya
when
udah
he
jadi,
is
padahal
low,
gue udah yakin
whenever
banget
he's
nih
low,
RRQ menang nih kalau kondisinya begini.
Boom, bang, bada bing, pow, Zaman Force, bye-bye toy.
I mean, let's give credit towards the boy as well, right? He
Yes.
was there not just for the vibes, and he was actually contributing.
Of course. A boy, second shot for sure.
Gimana
Dude, I
Setsujin
thought
dok?
with the fairness, they countered.
Tadi gamenya
Dom, they
bagus
countered
kok,
the
game
Harith
1
dive
gue
in the
nonton kan.
mid-game. They countered everybody,
Gue udah
but
kontenin juga.
they couldn't end it fast enough.
0-5 win for Boloy.
That power spike, man. I'm telling you, it's not the 7-death power spike anymore. It's a 5-death power spike. 1 assist, a total.
Coba ya recap ya.
Purify.
Oh, damage.
Arsenal, right? Tyron now, though.
See here, 5v5, surely. RRQ, they have more than enough firepower here. Good mounts. On towards Dyron, though. My kids fail to find.
Ini menang.
Stuck there. Quickly, Tyron clear.
Granger sama Harith, kalau mid game team Harith yang lebih power sih.
When we get to this game, win. They can't because for themselves of magic done. Damage reduction on top of the magic def that he has.
If
Bentar, kita ke sini ya.
this
Control back against Geek Fighters. But once they're not gonna.
also doing work of his or
Base taken care.
well, this it's no.
You want to know how 400 is only R.
Necessarily.
Joy comes in. I was thinking, why even?
Perang ini kan tadi kayaknya.
Poking here.
Oh, you know, look at the shield. Even bigger, so there's no map. First, never.
Necessarily.
Apa yang bikin mereka ke pressure ya sebelumnya?
408 damage.
Langsung aja to the point ya. Lord
six.
ini wave minion atas menang. Mereka lebih enak buat manjangin kondisinya RRQ.
That you're done. Stop. So it's
Nggak
constant
bisa,
burst.
atasnya soalnya
It's
masih
like DPS
kedorong.
burst. And Chadera has
Di
sold
sini Grangernya miss, jadinya satu, ya wajar jadi fatal 5.
I was thinking, why Oracle? There's no magic. Only Fairness on the other side, but it's to
Di sini
make
Kadera
his
jadi
shielding,
menang
his
pok
healing
ya.
even bigger. So whenever he dashes with the Chrono Dash, look at the shield.
Seems like they're.
Whenever he dashes
Mereka harus
with the Chrono
terobos.
Dash, look at the shield.
RQ though seems like they're poking here. Oh, you know, very low. Winner crown here, perhaps.
Oke, udah win.
To buy time for.
Karena ada Faramis
Another
kan.
realm is there, and he is a-okay. Gobs though now health HP. Corinary position RQ though. They are Corinary for Gobs to his
Ini udah nice banget. Ini nice banget sumpah.
5v4 with the Lord up.
Idok
That's
isi
what you were
nyawa,
talking
4-nya
about, right?
kiting
Wait
dong.
for the Shimon Force to be popped up, and they were able to withstand that. You know,
Darren yang
utilize the Netherrealm as well to the final portion of the game, and they went in for a re-engage. And now, though, Beloyski.
Oh, with the flicker jet Kundo. Is this the right call? Way of Dragon doesn't really land to where he wanted to. Is this the right call? Way of Dragon doesn't really land. Oh, with the flicker jet Kundo. Is this the right call? Way of Dragon doesn't really land to where he wanted to.
Darrennya balikin ke Joy.
Providing damage on towards Make is a-okay. Doesn't really find the right connection. But Make it falls. Now Beloyski loses immortality to Dara though. His connection, but Make it providing damage on towards Make is a-okay. Where he wanted to. Darren now
Udah
providing damage
bener
on
sih
towards
so
Make
far
is
ya.
a-okay.
Ulti udah bener. Ngiket cicinya, Gatot follow up.
Doesn't really
Aboynya nggak ada yang megangin ya.
find the right
Toy udah bener ngincar Baloy.
connection, but Make now providing damage on towards Make is a-okay. Doesn't really find the right connection,
Darren udah bener nge-lock Joy.
but
Oh shit, gak ada yang pegangin kaderanya, cok. Ini sebenarnya udah bener sih.
now below. Okay, doesn't really find the right
Kayak idoknya better ke
connection, but
Harit gak sih?
damage on towards Make is a-okay. Where he wanted to. Darren now providing damage on towards
Dar.
Make is a-okay.
Ini harusnya ke Harit gak sih? Dia nge-charge itunya, nge-charge CC-nya. Gak ada yang megangin si Haritnya, Pak.
Where he wanted to.
Nih, lu lihat deh dia nge-charge-nya kemana? Dia nge-charge-nya ke Chow Baloy, Pak. Nih. Ya nggak sih?
Where he wanted to. Darren now providing damage on towards
Dar.
Make is a-okay. Doesn't really find the right connection, but Make it falls. Now Beloyski loses immortality to Darren. Doesn't really find the right connection, but Make it falls. Now Beloyski loses immortality to Dara though. It's
Atau cooldown tadi, makanya dia baru nge-charge ke Kadera ya. Kadera megangin Kaderanya sih. Perangnya nggak salah sih sebenarnya kalau dilihat. Kalau kalian notice satu-satu. Cuma salah di sini aja kali ya. Ini harusnya Sutsujin nggak usah maksa sih terakhirnya. Nih. Nih mistake-nya tuh di sini feeling gua. Mistake-nya ada di sini nih. Ya. Mistake-nya tuh di sini. Ini masih oke. Ini feel ya apa ini menurut gua masih oke ya. Masih adu hit, adu poke, peruntungan lah. Sama-sama punya Imo, Granger berani juga. Di sini Suyunya masih follow up nih. Darrennya kepaksa ke pick off dong. Nah, momen setelah ini nih. Nih, ini kan miskill. Ya mau nggak mau ya, kalah ya. Dar, miskill lah ya, miss mekanik ya. Nah, momen setelah ini nih harusnya Suyunya mundur gak sih? Nih, kan dia bisa mundur ya. Lepas juga kalah sih pasti ya. Nggak juga sih, belum tentu sih. Karena Wevinin muncul sebentar lagi. Nggak tahu, ini menurut gue mundur deh. Menurut kalian gimana? Pendapat kalian nih yang nonton. Ini harusnya mundur gak sih dia? Ini malah ke... Ini malah ke tengah gitu ya. Kenapa ya? Ini harusnya mundur sih. Kalau menurut gua. Ya setuju nggak? Perangnya nggak salah. Ininya yang salah nih. Ini harusnya mundur nih dia. Ngapain ya dia kesini ya? Kalau mundur bisa enggak dong, kan dia udah jauh gini. Nih, dia udah jauh begini. Boynya ngejar kan pakai burung kan? Dia nggak ada dash lagi ya? Skill itu. Skill dash udah kepake. Iya, ini masih ada skill dash deh dia. Ini mundur sih harusnya. Kalau menurut gue sih mundur lagi bisa nggak sih? Feeling gue dia masih ada skill dash yang 3 deh. Ya nggak? Dia nggak pakai arrow nih. Jadi nganggur dong skill dashnya. Tuh. Jadi kalau mundur lagi bisa sih menurut gue. Aduh, dia ngapain ke situ ya? Atau udah kekunci ya? Tapi menurut gue mending sini, gue coret dulu deh. Kalau menurut gue mending dia kesini sih ya, sorry ya. Mana whiteboardnya? Duh, mana sih whiteboardnya? Ya, nggak bisa coret lagi di sini. Mana sih ininya? Ah, yalah. Filter. Ya, intinya kalian lihat dah ya, itu harusnya mundur sih. Itu harusnya mundur sih. Ntar gue bikinin kontennya deh. Harusnya mundur sih. Harusnya mundur, tapi pasti dikejar Parsha. Tapi lebih baik mundur. Dia mau gocek aja tuh kayak feeling gue. Udah nggak bisa gocek. Dah, let's go kita bahas yuk.
Good day. From having to pick
Iron now.
all right.
When we go game, right? Able themselves quite a already. He's Rose
Fight.
Oh.
Then it's still going to be
on for. He's already kind of impossible to. Toy is
Lord. Well, this is
Relatively low.
and Lord now.
Toy is on. Is it
Necessarily.
Toy comes stop? I was thinking even bigger. So.
Gue izin konten dulu teman-teman.
Whenever he dashes with the Chrono Dash, look at the shield. Low is a the Lord.
And they were in the realm as
No, is this the right call? Providing double mortalities popping left. Good Duke now being a feather edge strike. Tadera shuts him down. Setsuji now being alone. Strike, Tadera shuts him down. Setsuji now being alone. A boy shuts Tyron down, but Tadera, good Duke, no mortality, feather edge strike. Tadera shuts him down. Setsuji now being alone, 2v1, very low as well. Setsuji now being a boy shuts Tyron down, but Tadera, good Duke, no more. Feather edge strike. Tadera shuts him down. Good Duke, no mortality, feather edge strike. Tadera shuts him down. Setsuji now being alone. Strike, Tadera shuts him down. Setsuji now being alone. 2v1, very low as well. Can Setsujin escape? But boy denies it. Ladies and gentlemen, good Duke, no mortality, feather edge strike. Tadera shuts him down. Setsujin now being alone, 2v1, very low as well. Can Setsujin escape? But boy denies it. Tadera shuts him down. Setsuji now being alone. minions actually done most of his work. Will Rins be able to escape? His boy is in the area. We might get a game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no way he can defend. It's game number 3. I want to see Evo's RQ.
RQ right now for me. But you know what? So tough for the second one, honestly. I think RQ Onic.
RQ Onic for Miracle and EVO's RQ. Classic derby for Eternal.
Or RRQ Alter Ego.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
I like that idea.
If Gani is casting the finals, and if Alter Ego make it to finals and Gani's casting, Alter Ego wins. Whatever Highs.
We all know who will be the MVP.
Well, if Gani is casting, Highs is the finals MVP.
I think
guaranteed.
It will be 4-0 every game. Highs gets a Savage twice. Yeah.
Amen. Amen. But it looks like we're going straight back into the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, as we head over to the beginning of our third game of the series, the finale, the conclusion, as already, man, Edok on his signature pick, dealing some damage onto Beloyski. Rins being able to follow it up either, but this is a boy on the Sicilian too, so they're no pushover themselves.
Okay, taking a look at the emblems here. Dyra with the Brave Smite, nothing too crazy. Oh, Edok.
Good poke here from both Akbyar and Beloy. Rins and Edok here. Tough for them, making it tough for them to clear their lanes, their waves, but no spells triggered just yet.
Yeah, emblem check once more by Indie Home. Inspire for, yeah, nothing too crazy. It's just the Wilderness Blessing and the agility for both XP and Rome of Geek Fam. Beloyski and Dobbs. Tyron on a signature pick, Tenacity, plus the agility. It's the Wilderness Blessing for Edok. Wants to be active too. Wants to try to match maybe that Beloyski move with Cho.
Let's see here for the composition. 4 flickers invested for side of RQ. So yeah, being either ultra aggressive or being ultra conservative here for side of RQ.
Okay. Again for RQ, main objective point, hold up. All right, flicker out from Rins. Main objective point will be the first turtle, Sutsujin.
Gobs though on the bottom side. Oh, good flicker by Edok again. The creative player who opens up for first blood.
Wow.
RQ gets it.
Finally, right? And right before the turtle as well. So let's see if RQ can actually translate that over into the next neutral objective. Beloyski's gonna try to make that impossible for them. There's a boy as well in the vicinity, but Rins with the IMU gonna be able to zone a boy just a little bit. But here comes the 50-50. Make It is already on the way too.
Yeah, they're actually taking it very, very slow. Waiting for Edok to get level 4, I believe, here. Good lane by Chidera. This guy is he's improved so much from last season in the laning department. He's winning out most of his laning phases, but now Edok has 4. Sutsujin didn't choose to recall. He went for the purple buff, but he should still be healthy enough to get Turtle. Yep, no contest, it seems.
Rotation-wise here, it seems like RQ, he will take the Turtle, no problem. And it seems like just the trade is only a couple of camps for the side of Makids.
So despite Makids having that level lead, they still have the clarity to be like, okay, we're just gonna concede that first turtle once again and look for something else on the map. Boy, maybe?
Good Purify, but Rins was there to provide that damage. Voloisky mirrored by Edok, so there was no surprise attack attempt. The top lane, Chidera, needs to recall.
So for the way that a boy has been playing so far in the Sicilian, which technically needs some time to gather all the stacks, he has been playing very aggressively, so he finally does get punished for it. As we take a look at the audience prediction now, by GoPay, RQ 89%. Again, not surprising for the Kingdom. Well done. Always great support. Edok, meanwhile, gets pushed back.
That was so good. Edok dodged G-Kundo, went for the shove. Luckily, Chidera was there for the Spear of Misery, because that could have been a possible pickoff for RQ. The take on the turret, on the gold crab. Makids. Alright.
Where's he going? Meanwhile, for the MPL ID X-Streamer, oh, it's Amoy Gamoy. She's a talent for Geek. So if you guys want to check it out from her perspective, maybe gain some new insight, you guys can hop over to her stream because she's restreaming this game right now. I think she needs some support. Oh, she knows. Cute. She's shy.
Sure.
All right.
RQ. Looking for the neutral objective here. Turtle 2. You know, when it comes to neutral objective battles, RQ just have it under control. Again, due to the trio mid having so much pressure, the Valentina, the Tigreal, and then Dyron now rotating as well. Both of the XPs rotating. Rin's still on the bat face this game.
I wonder if he's going to go for something different. I think he's playing a little bit safely, right? Technically, with how aggressive Rins usually plays, it's a little bit of a way to ensure that he can stave off the pressure. But like we've seen in these few moments, Edok!
Flicker Implosion finds you. Gobs here, able to flicker away alongside with Beloy, so no casualty there. RQ though still shifting their gears on towards their top lane here, looking for the turret. Dyron, good knock upon towards Gobs, who has no flicker. Oh, good trade by Moskov though, so a tower for a tower here. That's the negotiation between the two teams.
2 flickers for 1 though, so RQ actually end up winning the trade when it comes to resources. Now, how do they translate that to a team fight or to a bigger lead? Because I think with that battle, sending 4 players up top for RQ, and Geek Fam, oh wow, great Chunpu. And Geek Fam only sending 1 down below with the same output. 1 turret is worth it for Geek Fam right now. And it's going to be RQ who continues to play it slow. They really just want to play for neutral objectives. Play through their winning conditions. There's no reason for them to force out fights right now. And if they do, they know they're going to be at a disadvantage. Because again, with the Cho, there's that pick-off potential. Guerra still in the bottom lane. Dyron holding his own. Wow, good Spear of Misery.
Seems like even Dyron hasn't had the impact just yet. In terms of these items, Moskov already on his first item. We see the corrosion being built in. Oh, wait a second.
That's a good setup there by Sutsujin and Rins. Dyron not really far behind, and Sutsujin will take the kill. Gobs here, taken down twice this game. Now in the mid lane, that's a good immobilization. Rins though, good maneuvers, and that's a kill on towards the boy. Beloyski will find the trade though. Both mid laners down, and that's gonna be the Moskov actually finding the inner and the bottom side of the map.
Again, these structures are going to be so imperative. This is the classic Geek gameplay that we've seen time and time again. It looks like Toy is looking for a counter here, but wait a second, Beloy.
Implosion on towards 2. That's going to be Gobs though, trying to distract Edok very low, will not be able to be taken down there just yet, but Gobs will pay the price. 3rd time this time. But Makids barely survived. The mid tower collapses though.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, they still lose that mid-tier turret. And it's still RRQ who has the better footing on the neutral objective. Toy is going to be able to push out this top side as well. I think Dairon should be falling quite far close in order to help him get this other turret. So RRQ, they're being able to get a lot of things left, right, and center.
Yeah, great equalization on the board too, by the way. They're able to equalize in turrets there. Rins in the bottom lane.
The disengage, right? Now it's a 1v1. Rins and Chidera though.
Wow.
The reinforcements is not far, but good moves by Chidera with the SOD towards the mid. He's able to escape that almost nasty pinch.
Make kids putting some pressure in the top lane. I think they want to go for a buff steal here, but Sutsujin is lurking in the area. That tower is absolutely going to go down, so it's another structure in favor of Geek. They're not going to allow RRQ to go trade in the bottom side either. And there goes the buff.
Okay. Down below now, RRQ are sending their troops to hold the Moskov. Finally, now we are seeing a response towards the Moskov. Bottom lane still, even tier 3 intact for Geek fam. They're playing the slow game really, really well, able to match up against RRQ. And remember, for Geek fam, it is really about weathering the storm. They want to play for the late game, for a boy to scale up, for Moskov to scale up. So far, despite the perfect turtle, it's been a better performance by Geek fam to keep the lead lower than, I'd say even if they're down, even if they're just down by 2K, it's still worth it. So the fact that it's only 800 gold, it's phenomenal for Geek fam.
Yeah, absolutely. The pressure is on RRQ for sure. Does the SOD hit? It does.
On towards Edok, 3v2 implosion though, will lock 2 members down! That's gonna be Toy though, knocked up, he flickers out of danger and
Nice!
It was a 3v2, but that will be 3 members of Geek fam deleted.
That was so unfortunate. Really, really, really good response coming from RRQ.
This team is ridiculous, dude. You think about their drafts are just perfect. So perfect at times, you just get confused. Their execution matches it. RRQ have denied that win condition. It was so even up until it wasn't. And RRQ, they didn't get confused by the macro style of Geek fam that, you know, usually is a trap to a lot of other teams. They get baited into that playing that macro style, trying to match the Moskov and then losing out on other parts of the map. RRQ just stay true to their win conditions, play for the neutral objectives, get it all, and then they collapse with one good synchronized play, and it's Edok, man. Again, this guy, what a roamer.
What a roamer indeed. Maked's now caught in the way of Dragon that was stolen by Rin. Sutsujin's in the fray! Maked's though will find the solo. Edok is in the area. No, it's gonna be Maked's here. Just juking left and right. Sutsujin finds and is able to lock him down, but that's just time bought for the side of Geek fam.
I mean, technically Toy is still up, so he can still push in the lane, but a boy with this range should be able to clear it out as well. Meanwhile, Beloyski's positioning is rather eerie, but Dairon spots him out.
Oh no, Beloyski is able to get out, but Edok might says no. Good lockdown there with an implosion. He will be taken down. Now mid turret taken down. Gonna be the base turret just left standing here for the top and mid. Moskov doing work in the bottom side of the map though.
Yeah, but the work is all just for a holy defense, right? And oh my, Chidera. Okay, he recalls just in time. Everyone's gonna collapse on him. Woo. Geek fam get away with that one, but for RRQ, now they have their win conditions. It's even better. We were talking about it being below 3K. 3K is the benchmark. Now that it's 4K, it's going to be even difficult. It's more difficult, but I think the boy is still scaling quite well, despite, you know, again, the 4K now. Chidera is doing a better job, though. 3 item power spike completed, on the way for the Milpic gun. Kids gets the purple. Look at the Moskov. All load. Can recall. Should be able to recall in time.
Oh!
Okay, 2 times now. Oh my lord.
Luckily. But Rin so far, you can at the very least say that he's confident. Right? There are so many moments he goes in for 1v1. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I think earlier on, Way of Dragon over to Make-Its. If he was able to get that, I think that would have been huge for RRQ. So that's also something that Geek really need to consider, especially if we get into the later portions of the game.
Kalian yang mau nanya-nanya aja ya teman-teman ya.
More focused on damage or utility with his build for Rins?
For Rins, he is going for Starlium Scythe, so definitely more damage. Starlium Scythe, Enchanted Talisman, and Glowing Wand. So there's a bit of utility there, but with the Starlium, he wants to deal damage. And looking at the damage dealt, he's not far behind him. Cecilia, he's the second, oh no, he's the third damage dealer in the damage dealt. But it's because Sutsujin and Granger, Mr. Toy, have just been doing so much. Lord spawning for RRQ. Let's see if Geek Fam can continue this macro game. They've dealt with the wave in the bottom lane, so there's not going to be a threat, and they're going to stay decisive, committing onto the Lord.
Baloy! Oh, gila Baloy.
It's a pinch maneuver. That's a Jet Kundo, Way of Dragon. Sutsujin gets the Lord. Chidera now not free hitting, but the damage will not come through. Toy bursts him down. Sutsujin collects the double, and that's 3 members down and out. A boy deleted. Make-Its.
Nice try, RRQ menang.
Trying to do everything in his power.
Dadah, pos.
That's RRQ
Pos.
wiping Geek Fam out.
And the MPL arena goes wild. Ladies and gentlemen, a wiped out in the 13th minute of the game. And there it is. It looks like RRQ still remain undefeated in MPL ID Season 15.
What Kingslayers? They're the Geek Slayers.
The Geeks have been slain by RRQ, and you can see the mastermind laughing in the back. Kescute, you mad lad, you genius. Oh my lord, these drafts have been an amazing
Boss.
draft from both sides, from Geek Fam and from RRQ. It's been a very entertaining draft. And the execution tops it, man. It really is amazing. Sutsujin back in, even though he lost game number 2. I think, you know, the composure of this guy to come back in game number 3, to play it the way he did, super clean from everybody. It's so impressive, this new RRQ lineup, this squad, undefeated in MPL Indonesia. So close for Geek Fam, yet so far now they get dropped down to, I believe, 8th place. Geek Fam, unfortunately. It's just that close to the tables. From third all the way, so from 4th all the way to 8th.
And this time, if we take a look at the replay, Chidera not on the Harith, not as much of freedom as we would want him to have. And so the impact that he had from game number 2 was not as seen on the Moskov. But let's talk to RRQ once again as they're welcoming up on the stage.
The Geek Slayer is here! RRQ! Mereka berhasil mendapatkan kemenangan untuk menutup minggu yang ketiga. Ditambah win streak masih terus berlangsung. Tapi ada Sutsujin di sini. Tadi kayaknya di interview jawabnya dipersiapkan untuk EVOS. Tapi hari ini kamu muncul. Apakah dipersiapkan untuk melawan Chadera atau bagaimana Sutsujin?
Tadi ini aja kebelet pengen main sih tadi.
Langsung gas aja?
Ya.
Kenapa ini? Ngelihat Geek Fam kah ada yang membuat kamu bangkit semangat juangmu?
Ya pengen pertahanin win streak lawan Geek aja sih tadi.
Melawan Geek. Dan kita pasti penasaran banget ya. Dari tim Geek Fam kita melihat 2-1 game yang sangat close game. Kalau dari Sutsujin sendiri, bagaimana sih kamu melihat match ini?
Ya seru sih.
Lihat konten gue guys, lihat konten gue. Cepet lihat konten gue deh.
Banyak mistake di game kedua kita melihat. Deg-degan banget. Di mana
Cepet lihat konten gue, lihat konten baru gue.
Yang defense sendirian tadi siapa ya? Rins bukan ya? Yang defense sendirian di game kedua. Rins kasih tahu gimana kamu berusaha untuk mendefense di game yang kedua. Apa yang kamu pikirkan pada saat game kedua kamu defense sendirian dan itu gagal?
Sebelum turret hancur mungkin belum kalah. Gua masih percaya lah, cuman udah nggak bisa.
Mindset yang dipegang sendirian di base dan berhadapan dengan banyaknya minion. berhadapan dengan banyaknya minion dari Rin sendiri ketika hal itu terjadi. Gimana tuh komunikasi dengan teman-teman yang lain?
Nggak komunikasi, cuman banyak yang berdoa aja.
Dan sendirian loh tadi, bener-bener sendirian.
Ya.
Oh, udah biasa katanya ya. Udah biasa, mandiri ya Rins ya.
Mantap ya quote-nya ya, kalian pakai ya.
Nggak biasa guys, harus bareng-bareng dong. Tapi melihat dari banyak sekali momen-momen yang menarik di game yang bisa dibilang game kedua ini benar-benar katanya bisa 2-0. Tapi apa yang membuat game ini menjadi game ketiga? Apa yang membuat kalian kesulitan? Siapa nih?
Mungkin dari kita kebanyakan mistake ya Bud ya tadi di game 2, makanya agak susah.
Dari diri sendiri berarti?
Ya.
Tapi dari Toy, kewalahan gak sih dengan Moskov dari Cadera? Dia kelihatan banget bahwa makro dari Cadera terlihat set di mana-mana.
Kewalahan banget sih Bud. Apalagi kan ada baru pertama kali ya lawan Balai, jadi pusing lawan dia. Pusing.
Pusing lawan Baloy? Baloynya malah?
Semuanya sih, pusing ya.
Pusing aja.
Ya.
Apa yang kamu katakan kepada teman-temanmu ketika momen itu terjadi?
Gak mau tadi.
Guys, tolong guys, gitu kah? Atau kamu udah tolong Baloynya diurusin?
Gak ada sih, udah fokus mainan tadi.
Fokus aja.
Ya.
Tapi untuk mengimbangi Cadera di laningnya, kita tahu Cadera adalah seorang veteran. Dan gimana sih untuk Toy tadi berhadapan dengan Cadera? Dengan Moskovnya?
Cadera ya, sih gue lihat jago banget sih dia tadi di landing pass-nya. Masih apa? Kalau dibandingin gue sama dia sih lebih jago dia kayaknya.
Wow, masa. Coba kasih tahu. Cadera berapa, Toy berapa?
10.
Cadera 10? Toy?
Naik dikit lah 2.
Loh. 10 sama 2 gimana? 2. Oh, waktu itu 1, sekarang 2, naik sedikit. Ini yang lainnya pada ketawa nih. Masa kamu menilai dirimu 2? Yakin?
Kayaknya 2 itu.
12 kalau kata Kingdom.
Udah 2 aja.
Udah 2 aja. Berarti di sini Toy ngasih tahu kalau ini bukan Toy yang maksimal. Ini Toy masih baru level 2. Masih bisa berkembang. Masih bisa berkembang berarti dong?
Mungkin.
Mungkin.
Mark, it's see the map.
Left standing. The solo. Idok is in the area. No. For able to. He will be taken down. Now mid turret. Awesome. Zol just for.
It's, powers 2 times.
Coming in from Rins, is he more focused on...
No, not
Lord spawning, but it's because Sutsujin and Granger. Second, Lord spawning, there's not...
Yes, Sutsujin gets...
Toy dealer. He wants to deal damage, and look at second. Oh no, he's a third damage dealer in the damage dealt. But it's because Sutsujin and Granger, Mr. Toy, have just been doing so much. Bottom lane, so there's not going to be a threat, and they're going to stay decisive, committing onto the Lord.
Polski with the conceal here. It's a pinch maneuver. That's a Jet Kundo way of dragon. Sutsujin gets the Lord. Chidera
Committing onto the Lord. So there's not going to be a threat, and they're going to stay decisive, committing onto the Lord.
Polski with the conceal here. It's a pinch maneuver. That's a Jet Kundo way of dragon. Sutsujin gets the Lord. Burst him down. Sutsujin collects. the turtle, no problem. And perfect. Good moves by
In the air.
For Geek, then Geek fam.
Even macro step play. What a run. Just here for
You can come in.
Lord,
The game and has been playing so far in this is
stop that.
it'll be
Just yet though.
on force, they're not going to win.
Red team turn.
this is Lord now.
400 days old. Burst.
They are
Be popped up and they were able to the game.
right call. Way of Dragon doesn't really say okay. Doesn't really find the right connection, but make it falls. Looking for the trip.
The realm as well to the final portion of the game and they be popped up and they were able to game and they went in for a re-engage and now though Beloyski
with the flicker jet couldn't
his healing even bigger. So whenever he dashes, I was thinking, why Oracle? There's no magic, only Farum is on the other side, but it's to make his shielding, his healing even bigger. So whenever he dashes with the Chrono Dash, look at the shield.
RQ though seems like they're poking.
With the Chrono Dash, look at the shield.
RQ though seems like they're poking here. Oh, you know, very low. Winner crown here, perhaps to buy time for his team. Another realm is there, and he is A-OK. Gobs though, now half HP. Corinary position, RQ though. They A-OK. Gobs though, now half HP. Corinary position, RQ though. They are Corinary for Gobs to his death, and Toy takes the kill. 5v4.
Top and they were able to withstand that, you know, utilize the Beloyski. Another realm as well to the final portion of the game and they went in for a re-engage and now though Beloyski.
With the flicker jet couldn't go. Is this the right call? Way of Dragon doesn't really land to where he wanted to. Dyron now providing damage on towards make is A-OK. To where he wanted to. Dyron now providing damage on towards make is A-OK. Doesn't really find the right connection, but make it falls. Now Beloyski loses immortality to Dara though. Is free hitting, grabs a double, looking for the trip. Right into Dara is saved, being a constant nuisance. Immortality's popping left and right, and Tadera is saved. A boy shuts Dyron down, but Tadera, good dupe, no immortality, feather edge strike. Tadera shuts him down. Sutsuji now being alone. Strike, Tadera shuts him down. Sutsuji now being alone. Actually, that most of his work will Rins be able
Tanpa mabar, main nge-lag, kerap buat ku tak sabar. Gimana mau main sampai kelar? Ini waktunya ku bersinar. Oke, let's do it. Game smash andalanku bikin mainku semakin hebat. Tim stabil main makin mulus, rankku fix naik terus. Tukar DG rings, diamond dan voucher game kau dapat. Cuma game smash, makin no debat.
Game Max Booster, kini dapat DG Rings. Beli paketnya dan aktifkan boosternya di aplikasi Dunia Games.
Semua tim sekarang ngelakuin hal yang sama karena kita udah membuktikan ternyata rookie Indonesia itu bisa loh.
Pemain muda ya semakin bagus buat persistensi MPL ini semakin maju lah.
Ada motivasi khusus kali ini, Loy?
GB yang akan bawa gue yang papan atas.
Darah muda di MPL Arena.
MPL Arena, mana suaranya?
Geek dan implosion. Oke. Skybisler yang dimiliki oleh seorang Toy udah terlalu tinggi stake-nya.
Resource player muda kita tuh lebih bagus-bagus daripada yang lama-lama. Dan yang lama-lama juga udah kebanyakan punya kesibukan yang lain kan.
Oke, Rin menunjukkan kelasnya dan
Di season ini yang gue lihat jadi banyak potensi muda baru, mental segala macam masih lebih kuat lah.
Semakin banyak tim yang mempercayai pemain-pemain muda ya semakin bagus buat persistensi MPL ini semakin maju lah. Yang aku lihat dari Maybe emang kalkulasinya bagus, landing phase-nya juga jago, dan ya emang hitungannya tipikal go trainer zaman now sih hitungannya.
anak dewa, kita berangkat menuju ke game yang kedua. Yang akan kasih V berhasil mendorong tapi Sorizonya menjadi korban pula, tapi Boyza berhasil kali ini untuk mendapatkan dan kemenangan karena selalu Peda juga Maybe tidak tersentuh sama sekali dan Pedia.
Kalau bisa dinilai, kamu berapa dan Aaron di berapa?
Aku 10, Iron masih di bawah 9.
Gue suka Hazel sebenarnya. Jungle mekaniknya jago, tapi bisa bikin decision itu sedikit banget. Gue lihatnya semuanya di Hazel.
Ready? Boy. Lihat jarak belakang. Positioningnya sangat baik. Fabian dari tengah utara. Hazel menutup double kill dan one last.
Lawannya juara season lalu loh, Hazel.
Ya nggak apa-apa, main aja. Aku kan juga jago soalnya.
Toy, he also try out in Bigetron. He is a MPL caliber. He can play toe-to-toe against Seman. He knows how to farm. He knows how to use his farming, his position.
Keluarkan tidak ada bagian dari sakit banget. Toy mendadak berubah segalanya. Toy ada shotgun yang tercipta banget untuk kali ini.
Kalau dari Toy, kamu harus menghadapi Aaron loh.
Dia MDL udah ngelawan dia sih gue, jadi biasa aja.
Sio ini semakin kena pressure, semakin ganas. Kayak bocil-bocil pede gitu loh sama skillnya. Confidence-nya sangat tinggi sih menurut aku.
Coba untuk melakukan distraksi. Menuju ke arah belakang. Rini. Retribution of Rini. Langsung menangkan atas seorang Tyler. Saja.
Si Rene ya, walaupun dia baru main, terus udah hilang biru, dia nggak yang kayak ngeblank, dia nggak yang kayak komsi aneh gimana, jadi kayak bagus lah dia.
Ada motivasi kali ini, Loy?
GB yang papan bawah, gue yang papan atas.
Dulu kan stigmanya pemain rookie itu mentalnya ciut, hero pool-nya sedikit, dikit-dikit teman panggung. Ternyata kayak, oh ternyata enggak loh. Semua tim sekarang ngelakuin hal yang sama karena kita udah membuktikan ternyata rookie Indonesia itu bisa loh.
Emang udah saatnya generasi baru sih kalau bisa dibilang ya. Apinya lebih besar lah buat buktiin kalau mereka emang layak perform di MPL gitu.
Let's
has come to cast away that frail mortal shell. Join me in eternity.
Though your ancestor was the great serpent of the sea, your destiny lies elsewhere.
Your feeble human form shall never wield the great serpent's power.
Why can't I? The great serpent's power. Only weaklings live on land. Born with this awesome tail, but stuck in this plain body. That's me, the great serpent's heir, Kalea. Figures. These things are pretty handy after all. You messed with the wrong island.
Shall never have the great serpent's power.
So this is the great serpents? No. My power. Let me show you the real me!
Guys.
Ya, aku bareng. Ulang dong.
Gak perlu.
Guys, review.